punches in your collection? If not, they make a really neat addition and you can do some really fun techniques and fun cards with them. Now, if you do have them, have you ever wondered about different ways to use them? I'm going to make a card project today that uses a border punch in a little bit of a unique way. So I hope you'll join in and watch. The punch I'll be using on this card is the Symmetrical Stems Border Punch, and this comes as a bundle with these in Symmetry stamps, which I absolutely love. I'll also be using some designer papers that comes in the same product suite as these two products. So what you'll need for this card, you need a card base. I chose Night of Navy, and what I've done is placed a piece of copper foil paper on top. So my copper foil paper measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I've prepared several strips of designer paper from that Sweet Symmetry designer paper pack. These measure 1 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. So let me show you on this strip how this border punch works. It is up to you where you start with this. So you can insert your paper in the center like this. You can start with it down in the middle somewhere. It really does not matter. So just as an example, I will start with it down in the middle somewhere, okay? So doing it this way, one of those punched off the edge, which is totally fine with me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up where that has cut out with the pattern printed on the background of the punch. So right here, that leaf lines up. We'll punch it again. So now we have a little bit more. Now we will do that one more time. And it completes that really pretty border on that strip. We end up with these cute little leaves we can use on some other projects, and actually on this card we'll use some of these strips and we will use some of the punch outs as well. So I have already prepared a few of these strips and I'll bring them in here. What I have done is I wanted them to have a little bit of texture. They looked too flat to me. So what I did, I embossed these strips with the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And then I have put dimensionals on the back. These were the extras from the outside strip of my dimensional sheet. I always cut those up and use them instead of wasting them. So I have 4 of these prepared. And I am going to start to attach them to the card. So I want to line up one of them with the outside edge. Now I am planning my colors. I'm going to alternate pink, green, yellow, and then blue, I think. So here I'm going to line up blue with this outside edge. Now, because of the width of these strips, they don't line up perfectly. We're going to have a little bit of overlap. So the one you add on last is going to be the one that shows up the most. And I think I did not press this down. I'm going to lift this back up. I am going to put the yellow one on next. Like I said, overlap these a little bit so you're not going to see as much of that blue. The yellow is going to overlap it some. And now I'm going to place this green one on last. When you put your dimensionals on, you want to keep them towards the centers of these strips and not towards the outside. If you put them towards the outside, when you do this overlapping, they're not going to lay down flat. So isn't that neat? I thought this would be just a really fun way to use this border punch in a way that is not actually a border. So there's the base of our card. Now I have already prepared a greeting using the In Symmetry stamp set, and I actually embossed this greeting with navy ink. Now, we do not have navy embossing powder, but what you can do is use any of the ink colors in your collection to emboss, as long as you have clear embossing powder and Versamark. So I'm going to link you here to a video that shares how you can do that, if you're interested in taking a look at that. I've used a couple of the leaves here, as you can see, and I have attached this to some dimensionals on the back. So I am just going to place this down here towards the bottom, and our card is complete with that fun border punch and a little embossing technique here. So Thanks so much for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed this project. You can find links to the products I used today in the video description below, along with a link to visit my website for more ideas and inspiration. Thanks so much for joining in. Please subscribe to my channel. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time when I will be back helping you to hand make with love.